Hello everyone, welcome to OET Answers, and this is Rebecca. Query or question mark is a common symbol that we can see in our OET case notes. So understanding the proper meaning of this symbol is really important in framing the right sentences when we write the letter. And generally, you can see the symbol in the diagnosis part, assessment details, or even in the discharge plan. Also, this symbol generally refers the possibility or else probability. So in this video, I'm going to talk about this with detailed examples based on the scenarios. Let's start. Now look at the scenario number 1. Here it's given as query relapse or complication of pericarditis. It means that the patient may have this condition, so it can be described as he is suspected to have a relapse or complication of pericarditis. Now look at scenario number 2. Here also it comes similar, means query urinary tract infection, query bowel obstruction, query constipation. So this can be described as he is suspected to have urinary tract infection, bowel obstruction, and constipation. Now look at this scenario number 3. Here it's mentioned as query IUD shifted / fallen out. So this sentence, if you are writing in active voice, that would not be suitable. So it's preferable to use passive voice here. So it can be described as her intrauterine device is suspected to have shifted or fallen out. Now look at this scenario number 4. Here the question mark comes at the beginning of the information, like question mark colonoscopy. It means the patient may require this test. So we can describe this as he may require colonoscopy. Now look at number 5 or 5th scenario. Here the question mark comes at the middle of an information, means urinary tract infection, query cause of fall. It means that the patient's definite diagnosis is urinary tract infection, but you may suspect that that could be due to a fall. So it can be described as he was diagnosed with urinary tract infection, or he has been diagnosed with urinary tract infection, possibly due to a fall. Now look at scenario 6. Here the question mark comes at the end of a word. They have given this information as concerned that her glucose levels are not well enough controlled, checks level often, in bracket worried question mark. It means that the patient is really concerned about the patient's glucose level, which is not always well controlled, for which the patient checks her glucose level on a frequent basis. So that's what they have mentioned, but the initial statement itself refers to the same thing, that the patient is really concerned about that, so that we don't need to specifically write this information or else write this word worried in your letter. Now look at the scenario 7. Here the question mark comes at the beginning of information, but this is given in the discharge plan. It's given as patient anxious to start new pregnancy, in bracket query counseling. It means that the patient may require counseling session as the patient is worried or anxious about starting a new pregnancy. So we can describe this sentence as she may require counseling as she is anxious to start new pregnancy. I hope this video is really useful for you to understand how to frame sentences for the symbol query or else question mark. To watch more useful videos like this, do subscribe to OET Answers.